Welcome to my face. I'm James St. James, and this is another Halloween spooktacular edition of Transformations. Just in time. I've got you just in time. I'm here with Just in Time. How are you? How was it that you got started?
You know, I saw Michael Jackson's Thriller when I was really young, and it just kind of affected me. And then once I saw the making of it, Rick Baker gives a very moving 2-minute speech in it about being the weird kid and liking the macabre and the gory and the gross and everything. And so for me, it was very inspirational to see that. And
that was you. You were that weird kid. We met about 4 months ago at a wedding. You were one half of a very glamorous couple. All eyes were on you. You were sort of holding court at one end of the table. Can we talk a little bit about your husband?
Yes.
Okay. Your partner is the glamorous Brant Mayfield.
Yes. Most recently, he's been cutting Katy Perry's hair since it turned green. He was with Miley Cyrus for the last 2 years.
Adam is going to go bananas over that one. And it's a good thing we got you here because it's time for Halloween.
Yes. We're doing something very special today. Today, we are turning you into the Annabel doll. You know, Annabelle comes from The Conjuring, the story of Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are the most famous parapsychologists, demonologists in the industry. So we want to kind of pay homage to them today by doing the Annabelle doll.
So this is a real story?
Yeah.
I'm going to go get into my smock, and then you're going to tell me the story of Annabelle while we start doing it, okay? Okay.
First step we're gonna do is basically just base you out with a little bit of flesh tone, a little bit of white, just to remove the James from the picture before we start the doll.
She's a porcelain doll, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna go mostly white.
Yeah, white, eggshell, beigey, but then she's also older and demonic, so we're gonna start to throw a few greens and browns and really age you, make you look a little moldy.
Tell me the story of Annabelle.
So the actual story of Annabelle is that she was a Raggedy Ann doll.
The doll that we see in the movie isn't really what it was just a regular old Raggedy Ann doll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she was given to a young nurse, a nursing student, by her mother, and they started to notice weird activities happening around the house. The doll would be in a different position, or stuff would be moved around the way it shouldn't have been. They kind of got a little creeped out by it. They decided to throw the doll away, and the doll actually came back.
What?
Yeah. She was sitting in their house when they came home one night with a little note that says, "Miss me," across it in red crayon. Yeah.
And then
Starts to physically attack one of the...
No, a doll does not physically attack.
Well, not so much a doll, but the demon that possessed the doll. They had a medium come in, some hoaxy whatever. And the medium said it was a ghost of a little girl, and they held a seance and told the ghost to go inside of the doll, that it was okay for her to live with them from then on out. And so the demon...
Why would you do that? It's a little short-sighted, isn't it? Because you think okay, go into the doll, but eventually you guys are gonna die, and that demon is still gonna be in the doll generation after generation, right?
Yeah, and it could erupt that way, but really what the demon wants to do is destroy a single person that's within it. So the doll is kind of a conductor that it's using for ambiguity to get into your head, to start messing with you and to attack you.
Why?
That's just a demon's duty,
That's horrible. That's not very nice.
Yeah, it's lesson 1 in demon school.
Wow.
My house is actually haunted now.
Okay, who's haunting it?
The man that built it, actually.
You've seen him. What is he doing?
Yeah. He just wanders around.
You've seen an old man wandering around your house.
Mm-hmm. I'll show you a picture.
And it's not Brant.
Pretty hard to believe it was a Raggedy Ann doll, right?
Yeah, it doesn't make it quite as scary.
Chucky was based on a real-life story, too.
No, Chucky was not based on a real-life story.
It's a little monkey. So now that we've got the white base on, we're just gonna go in with a little bit of yellow. So what we're gonna do right now is just start to frame out the hollows that we're gonna put on your eyes. This is Makeup Forever. This is some of their new artist shadows. Totally customizable. So now we're going in with a little bit of flash color just to deepen your eye and give you the nice doll eye socket.
One time I was on the Jackie Jet show, and when I walked out, the band started going da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And I started crying. I was so upset. And so I ran off stage, and then they coaxed me back out to do the interview. And then afterwards, we were all supposed to come out and dance, sort of like we do on this show. And I wouldn't, because I was in the dressing room crying.
Oh, poor thing.
So no commenters say Uncle Fester.
Right here, we're just giving you a little more of a basic doll face.
And what's a doll face?
Kind of accentuated forward, but wide at the same time.
Brian was telling me a really great story about Brent. At the last Rat Pack tour, it was like Liza Minnelli and Angie Dickinson and Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra, and they were all touring, and Brent was Frank's hairdresser. Don Rickles was there, and Don started calling Brent like a fagla, fagla. And Frank Sinatra grabbed Don Rickles and said, "Don't you fuck with him, he's my boy."
That's what you get, Don Rickles.
Isn't it the hottest thing ever? I didn't sleep last night. I keep having nightmares.
By what?
I'm just always being chased. Like,
By what?
like murderers or something.
What kind?
You know who you remind me of?
If you say Jim Carrey, I might have to slap you.
No. But it's Jim Carrey adjacent. The one with Chris Sarandon. It's like his name's like, it's like a weird little name. And then he went on to do porn. He went on to do gay porn.
Obvious next step.
You made me some eyes.
Yeah, I went to the craft store and bought little googly eyes, gutted them from the back, and then painted them with acrylic paint also from the back so that we would keep the shininess on the front.
I'm a little scared about this dress. You found a dress that's very Annabelle. Am I gonna look like Baby Jane Hudson?
No, not, I mean, maybe a little bit like Baby Jane, but that's kind of what we're going for with all this, but.
I like your dolls. And don't forget to subscribe to WOWPresents. Hello, can you hear me? I like your dolls.
If you'd like to join the WOW Presents Network, email us, YouTube@worldofwonder.net.